What's up guys, I'm back with part 2 on how to build this Christmas house. And in this video, I plan on finishing the rest of the exterior of the building, as well as doing all of the landscaping around the building. Okay, so we're gonna start out by doing the flower beds underneath all of the windows on the second floor of the house. So you could go ahead and grab some dark oak wood trapdoors, quartz slabs, podzol, red tulips, and white tulips. So first, make sure to switch to your podzol, and you could just place 2 blocks right underneath all of the windows on the second floor. So you could just go all the way around and do this first. Then, on the side of all of that podzol, you can switch to your dark oak wood trapdoors and place it on the sides, just to cover up all of that dirt. Okay, now underneath all of the podzol, you can switch to your quartz slabs and just place 2 to cover up the remaining, just to cover up the bottom. Alright, then you can use your red and white tulips. It just kind of put like a white here, then a red, then a white and a red, just like a pattern like that all the way around on top of all of the podzol. Alright, there we go. Now we have that taken care of. Let's go ahead and do the front porch and the balcony at the back side of the house. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the front porch first. So you want to go ahead and get some quartz stairs, blocks of quartz, pillar quartz blocks, quartz slabs, stone brick stairs, white concrete, sea lanterns, and dark oak trapdoors. Okay, be sure to switch to your pillar quartz block. You want to be on the 3rd space away from this doorway. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Now you want to be sure you're on the 4th block going out. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you're going to be right up against the shape that you may have had here. Then you just want to place another pillar on the other side. So right here on the 3rd block, bring it out 4, right there. So there should be a total of 6 spaces in between these pillars, and then 3 spaces away from the house. The wall. Now you can add 5 more blocks on top of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that for the other side. Alright. Now you can switch to your quartz stairs. Go to the spaces where there's 3. Place a stair up against that wall and up against a pillar. And then 1 right in the middle so it all curves in. Do the same thing on this side. Alright, now let's go ahead and switch to our full blocks of quartz, and you could just fill in 3 spaces like this. Okay, then here at the front, you could place 2 sideways stairs on that side as well as on this side. And then right here in the middle, you could either have 2 stairs like that or 2 slabs. I'll just have 2 slabs. Actually, you know what? I'll have stairs. Might look a little bit better. Okay. Then, let's go ahead and just have another 2 stairs side by side right here. So this is going to be the railing. Do it again for this side. And then over here, you can have a stair like that, a stair like that. And instead of curving it in, we're just going to have a slab in the middle. Alright, there we go. That's looking pretty good. Now let's go on top of the pillar quartz blocks, switch to your full blocks of quartz, and just place a layer on top of that. So this is like the roof for the porch. Okay, you can then switch to your quartz stairs. We'll head over here to the right first, and you can place them upside down, and just place 4 here on that side, and do the same on this side. Then you can have a slab in the corner, and then more upside down quartz stairs right down the front side. Alright, make sure to continue with your quartz stairs. Go from the corner, place 1 facing in that direction, then an upside down one that's sideways, and then just 1 facing up, 1 upside down, facing up, upside down, and then facing up, and we should be... Alright, let's go over 1 more. So I brought it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do the same thing over here. So 1 facing that way, then upside down but kind of like facing sideways, and then just regular and then upside down until you meet up with the other side. Alright, now you can switch to your white concrete. You could go behind this shape, and it's going to be the same way that we did the white concrete here. So just go behind the quartz stairs and just fill this in. Make sure not to go out too far to where it's on the outer edge of these stairs. So from this side, it is all filled in, and there's no white concrete on the outer edge. You can then switch to your stone brick stairs. Make sure you're lined up with all of the quartz stairs, and just fill this in until you're up against the wall. Just bring this straight up and back down when you reach the other side. Okay, and now let's switch to our sea lanterns. You could go in the ceiling, and we'll place 1 right around here and here, and I think that should be good. So we just left 4 spaces in between them. You could cover these up with dark oak trap doors. And that's about all I'm going to be doing for the front porch. I'm going to grab some snow blocks and just place it, like kind of delete some of these stone bricks and replace it with snow so it looks like there's snow on the roof. We'll be doing that up there as well, but we have to do all of the windows in the roof first. Real quick, I normally like to just patch up the sea lanterns so you don't see any light shining through the roof, through the stairs. So there we go. So that is going to be it for the front porch. I guess we could go ahead and just head on to the back now. Alright, so now I'm at the back side of the build. We're not going to be using the white concrete or the stone brick stairs, so you can just get rid of those. But we are going to continue using the rest of the blocks that we used at the front. So you can switch to your pillar quartz block, and you just want to make sure you're like right in the middle right here. So let's say if you place 2 here, you should have a total of 4 spaces on each side until you meet up with the edge of this window. Alright, so make sure you have it like that. Then what you could do is make sure you're on this block. So we have 2 spaces there remaining of brown concrete and 2 spaces here. So we just have it marked out. These aren't going to stay, obviously. Then you just want to make sure you're another 3 spaces away from the wall. So you want to make sure you're on the 4th block. You could place a block there and just do the same thing on this side. So you should have a total of 3 spaces of grass. You could just delete these now. Okay, you can then add another 6 blocks on top of these, so it's 7 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do the same over here. Then you can switch to your quartz stairs and just wrap them around the bottom of the pillars. You don't have to like fill in the corners, you could just leave that. Unless you want the corners filled in, or you could have some slabs here, but I'm just gonna leave them empty. Okay, then you can switch to your blocks of quartz. At the top of these pillar quartz blocks, you could just add a layer like this. So this is going to be the floors for the balcony. Alright, there we go. Then you can switch to your quartz stairs place them upside down right underneath those blocks of quartz in between all of the pillars. Then you could place them kind of like facing upward now, so opposite of the upside down ones. Alright, switch to your blocks of quartz. You can fill in the layers right here. And make sure to just leave 2 spaces in the middle empty, because we're actually going to, here, bring it up 2 layers, carve out 2 spaces in the middle, add sea lanterns, and cover them up with dark oak trap doors so they're at the same edge as the quartz. And there we go. Now, let's go up to the top. Let's see. We have to, trying to remember, we have to switch to our quartz stairs and just like wrap this around and don't fill in the corners. And then the corners are going to be filled in with slabs. Alright. Then we're going to have our railings on top of that. So did I have it on the overhang or did I have the overhang? I had it on the overhang. Okay. Had to remember. So let's go ahead and just switch to our quartz stairs. And you can place them all upside down. Just wrap it all the way around for now. Alright, the corners we're going to fill in with slabs. Then here in the middle, you can skip over this block, but on the second block, you can have a slab. Do the same thing on this side, so you should have 2 stairs remaining in the middle. Over here, you can have a slab. Is that a slab? And it should meet up with the, or like up against the wall there. We'll do the same thing on this side. So 1 here and 1 here. And that is going to be it for the back balcony now. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We never added a door. Let's go ahead and have a door here so you could delete 4 layers. And then add 2 upside down stairs at the top edge. Go ahead and grab some white stained glass panes and place 3 on the left side. Curve out the bottom and curve out like the top and the bottom. Be sure to grab a dark oak fence for the handle. I almost forgot to add the door for the balcony. Alright. So I think we are done with that. So let's head back up to the front. We're going to start doing all of the windows in the roof. Then we're going to add snow. We're going to replace some of the stone brick and we're just going to add a bunch of snow in the roof. And then we just have like the landscaping, and I believe we are done with the entire exterior. Then we'll head on to the interior in part 3. Okay, so I gathered up the blocks we're going to be using for the windows in the roof. So you could grab some quartz slabs, pillar quartz blocks, white stained glass panes, quartz stairs, stone brick stairs, and blocks of quartz. Alright, so I'm at the front side. As you can see, I'm just going to head over to the right. You want to make sure to always have 1 block of space of stairs remaining here at the bottom. Go over to the right, you can have a quartz stair, and then skip over 4 blocks of stone bricks. So you could cut out 3 spaces here. So 1 layer remaining at the bottom, 4 stairs of bricks, and then the overhang here. Then you can switch to your blocks of quartz and place 3 right there. Skip over another 4 spaces to the left, cut out 3, have more blocks of quartz. Skip over 4 again. So right here, have 3, and then you just want to do it 1 more time. So you're going to have a total of 4 windows, and they're all going to be 4 spaces apart with stone brick. Here on the edge, we just have an extra space for the overhang, but there's always going to be 4 stone brick stairs in between all of the windows. Okay, so now let's switch to our pillar quartz blocks. And you could just place 4 on each side of the 3 of blocks of quartz that you placed. Okay, you can switch to your quartz stairs and place them upside down at the top edge in between the pillars. You can then have upside down stairs on each side of the pillars at the top edge. Then you could go to the side and have one in that direction and then one on top of it. So we're just forming a triangle shape. And it looks like I actually have to grab some quartz slabs. Or not quartz, but stone brick slabs. Didn't think I would need them, but I forgot. So then, make sure to grab those, and then continue with your quartz stair and place it upside down for the remaining space in the middle, and then a quartz slab on the top of that. So do that for all of the other ones. Alright, now continue with your quartz slabs. Go on the left side and bring it towards the front 3 and then over to the side 1. So bring it out 3 and over towards the window or the empty space 1. You could do that for all of these other ones. So 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and we'll start deleting some of the stone brick. So let's go behind all of the windows and we'll just bring it up 4 layers like that. Right down the middle, and then on the sides, we'll bring it up 3. Okay, let's go over here. So carve out 4 right down the middle and then 3 on the right and left side. Alright, there we go. Now, real quick, let's go ahead and switch to our white stained glass paint and fill in the remaining 3 spaces. Okay, let's go from the inside of all of these windows, switch to your blocks of quartz, and you want to make sure you're lined up like right in the middle of the glass. You could place 1 block on each side. Then go above that and place 2. So you kind of made like a little L shape with 3 blocks. Go to this side, start right in the middle, place 1, and then 2 on top of that. So we're just covering up the sides because there would be empty space here where these stairs are. Alright, now all we have left to do is the actual roof. So you can switch to your stone brick stairs. We'll start here on this side. Push it back 3 so it curves with that one. Go up 1 layer and just curve it from that one and bring it straight to the quartz. We'll do the same on this side. And then right down the middle, this is where we're going to be using our slab. So you could just start it right here at the bottom of that stair. Bring it up until it's lined up with the slab. So you can then do the same for all of the other windows. Alright, so there we go. We have all of the windows at the front side of the house done. So now what you want to do is do all of these windows the exact same way here. You just want to do it to the back side. So what I'm going to do is just skip over it. So it's going to be exactly the same way that we have those at the front. So first I'll just mark it out for you. So we just leave 1 space at the bottom and we want to cut out 3 here. And then have blocks of quartz, skip over 4. And cut out another 3 there. Blocks of quartz. Then we got it right here. And then 1 more time. Okay, so make sure you have them all in the same, like lined up with the ones at the front. So just make sure to do all of those. I'm just going to skip right over it because I don't think I really need to show it again. So it's going to be exactly the same way that you did them at the front. So if you do get a little confused, be sure to just look back at the original ones that you did, or just skip back in the video if you need a part that you might be confused on. So I'm going to do all of these, and I'll see you guys when I have them done. Then we'll go ahead and add all of the snow and the roof. And then we just have the landscaping. We have the chimney too, so we'll do all of the snow. Then we'll do the chimney. Then we'll do all of the landscaping. then we are done with part 2. Okay guys, I just have this last window to finish. If I can. Come on now. Alright, there we go. So now the backside should be looking exactly the same way that the front is. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and do the chimney now, because I almost forgot to do that, and then we'll do the snow on all of the roof areas. So let's go ahead and get to doing the chimney. Alright guys, so I have the blocks for the chimney. It's going to be at the right side of the house. So you could grab some granite, brick stairs, bricks, and cobwebs. So I'm at the right side. I'll just start with my bricks. And you could place 3 right in the middle, so you should have 2 spaces remaining on each side. Then you could bring it out 1 extra block. So we placed a total of 6. So it should be right on the edge of the shape here. Then we'll go ahead and just bring this up. And I would say, here, let's delete these 3 blocks of quartz. And I would say we could bring it up to like right there. Doesn't really matter because we're going to have some stairs. And it's going to basically like shape out the top edge of the chimney a little bit different. So it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. In case you want it to be exactly like mine, I have 3 spaces of white concrete right next to this, and then I stopped it. Okay, so I built a pillar like that. Let's go ahead and delete these 2, the stair and the slab right there in the middle. Then you can have 2 stairs on the top edge of this on each side. Then right down the middle, we'll go ahead and bring this straight up. We'll just bring it up. Let's see, I have it like half a block, and then 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5. Just however tall you want it. Bring this straight back down. Okay, so we just kind of shaped it out like that. It thins out a little bit towards the top. Alright, one other thing you could do if you wanted to is we'll bring this up a little bit. We could possibly cut this down and then have a stair right there. So if you want the chimney to look like that, you can. I guess I'll do that. So, here, I'll show you the original one. So I continue bringing it up by 2. And then I just had 2 stairs right here, and I brought the cobwebs out to look like smoke. So there's just 2 spaces here with stairs, and that's the top edge. Over here, we'll just leave it like this. So we just deleted the layer here, and we just added a stair here and brought this up a little bit. So I'll go ahead and grab a brick slab as well to cover up the top. Or maybe we could do something a little bit different. Have an iron trap door on that. So it looks like a vent. So that's where all the smoke is coming out of. I would do that. Yeah, do that. I think that looks good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and I'm just going to go down, cut out a bunch of random blocks. And I'm going to fill all of these in with granite. So it's just going to add more texture to the chimney. So I'll do this. And then we're going to go back one more time. And we're going to add a bunch of brick stairs to kind of just get a little bit of depth to the chimney instead of just leaving it completely flat. Gives it a little bit of a cooler looking shape. So I actually almost got all of this. Let me just continue going up. Okay, so I'm going to fill in all of these spaces with granite. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, hang on. There we go. So that just adds a little bit more texture. I think it looks really good. So now you can switch to your brick stairs. And I'll start at the bottom. Maybe just have a stair right there. Right here at the side, you could kind of just curve it like that. Let's go up on this side. We'll have a stair like that, one like that, and then we'll wrap it around. So make sure this one here at the back is curved. So you can't see the brown concrete there. It's curved in like that, so it's just like right up against the wall. So you can't see the actual concrete, you just see brick. Alright, let's go up here and maybe have a stair on that side. Let's put one right here. And let's continue going up. I'll have maybe 2 right here. 1 here. There. How's this side looking? A little bit empty down here. Let's have one here. So try to even it out. Don't overdo it though. I would say that's good. And then maybe just one more up there. I think that's good. Okay, so obviously you don't need to do that if you don't want to. I think it just makes it look a little bit better. So that is going to be about it for the... Oh wait, last thing we have to do for the chimney is switch to your cobwebs. And just bring these up. Whoa, that's high up. So bring these up diagonal like this. And that should be good. So I brought it up 5. Alright. So that is going to be everything for like the main exterior of the house. All we really have left to do are a few little decorations. So like the snow in the roof and then the landscaping. But make sure it's looking like this as of right now. Okay guys, so I'm going to start putting a bunch of snow in the roof. So I just have like the full blocks of snow and then the snow layers. So I'm not sure if your guys' snow is going to melt. For me, it does not melt. But a few of you guys were telling me that yours was melting. I honestly have no idea why it would be melting. Maybe you guys are playing on a different version than me. But if I go like the host options, if you don't know, if you don't have access to the host options, all you have to do is make sure before you start up your game, you select host options. And then I basically just have everything disabled here. And then let's see, I have all of this disabled. So yeah, my snow just does not melt. I don't know why. So make sure just to basically disable everything and you should be good. I have no idea. It could just be the version that you're playing on. But anyways, just full blocks of snow and the snow layers. So I'll start here at the front porch. And I'm just going to cut out like a bunch of... I actually really didn't cut out any of the quartz stairs. I just cut out a bunch of stone bricks. And I replaced this all with snow. So in case you guys have seen some of my other builds, if you ever remember me kind of like doing a mixed up pattern between the stone bricks and the cobblestone, that's similar to what we're doing with the stone and the stone bricks right now. The only difference is that it's snow and not cobblestone. Alright, so I would say try to kind of even it out. Add a little bit to where it looks like it's actually some layers of snow. Alright, I think that should be about good. Then what I'm going to do is just add a bunch of random layers with the layers now. To kind of just add a little bit more to it. Sadly, you can't place like layers on top of any of these stairs and stuff, or else that's probably what I would do. It would just look a little weird because it would be floating. So I guess this does work out. But anyways, that's what it is looking like. Let's go ahead and maybe add one more right here. Okay, so make sure it looks like that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to skip over the rest. But you could just delete a bunch of the stone brick stairs here on the main roof. And make sure to get these little spaces of like above the window areas. And just replace it all with snow. And add a bunch of snow layers. I'm going to do it to the backside as well. And we're not going to be doing anything to the balcony. So I'm going to do that. I guess I'll do a little section right here. And then I'll skip over all of the rest. So I'm just going to start with the roof where the window is first. So in case some of you guys might end up deleting too many blocks, let's go ahead and fill this in, right? Then let's place one here. What you could do is kind of like delete the stair and curve it towards the snow like that if you want a block there. So if that does happen, be sure to just curve the block like that. Sometimes it might not work. Let's say if you delete this block right here in the corner and place it there, these stairs like aren't going to curve or anything. So I would recommend not putting a block here. Just keep the stairs in the corners if you don't mind how it looks. There might be other spaces. Make sure not to really like worry about like this gap right here. Don't place snow under there. There's not going to be snow actually able to get under there either way. So yeah, let me continue filling some of these in. Let's go up here. Go down at the sides. Towards the front. Alright. So as you can see, this one's already curving, and it kind of curves into the snow right there. So it doesn't really look like the roof is being affected at all. So just make sure the roof doesn't have any like holes in it, and you should be good. So in this case, if I didn't curve this stair, then there would be an opening right there. So make sure there's nothing like that after filling this all in with snow, and you should be good. How did that get there? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go around, do this to the rest of the roof. I'm actually gonna use a potion of swiftness because it is a little bit time consuming. And don't forget to go back and add some of the layers as well, just to make it look a little bit better. So I'll see you guys when I have this all done. Okay guys, so real quick, I do want to show you this in case this may have happened to you. Let's say you delete the block both on this side and this side of this corner block. You try to place the snow. There is no way to curve this. If you have it that direction, there's going to be a gap there. If you try to have it that direction, there's going to be a gap there. So just make sure not to delete both sides of these corner blocks. You always have to have at least one side so it curves like that. Just wanted to let you know that in case you may have ran into that problem while doing the front side. So I'm just going to continue doing this. Just keep that in mind if it does happen to you. Anyways, almost done. Just have to fill all of this in. Then we'll get on to the landscaping. Alright guys, so I did the entire backside now, so we should be good. And yeah, let's go ahead and do the landscaping. That's the last thing that we have left to do. So I'll head back up to the front. We'll start up there. I hope I didn't miss anything. I think I got it all. Yeah, I think I should be good. So yeah, I'll head back up to the front. We'll start up here. We just have like the little garden areas. We have the Christmas trees. They're more like little evergreen trees, but they have Christmas decorations. And then just like little tiny candy canes here at the front. And then just like snow wrapped around. And that's about it. Alright guys, so I went ahead and gathered up some of the blocks we're going to be using. So this is going to be used for the path at the front side, as well as the shapes for the garden areas. So you could get some andesite, cobblestone, quartz slabs, and podzol. Okay guys, so I'll start with my andesite first. We'll do the pathway here at the front side. You want to make sure you're lined up with this pillar here at the left. And we'll just cut out 4 spaces going towards the front. Then we'll do the same thing on this side. We'll go in 1 block and we'll cut out 3. Then we'll go in 1 block and we'll cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, then let's delete the rest of the space right here in the middle. Make sure to get those little spaces underneath the quartz stairs for the front porch here. So right there and right here. So first, I'm going to fill this all in with andesite. Then I'm going to go back with cobblestone just to add a little extra texture. Alright, so I filled this all in with andesite. Like I said, I'm just going to cut out a bunch of random holes and fill it in with cobblestone. Okay, so that's about all we're going to be doing for the pathway. What else do we got? Let's start doing the shapes for the gardens. So you can switch to your quartz slabs. We'll start here at the right, so make sure you're at the right corner of this pillar. And you can place 1, go out, place 2, go out, place 3. Then, let's see, we have to go out, place 4. Go back in, place 3. Go back in, place 2. Go in and place 1. Now kind of like turn. Then we have 2. Go from the corner, place 3. Go out from the corner, place 4. And then, oh wait, no, we have to place another 3. So we have 3, 3, and then 4. Then we go back in, we have 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, and 1. Okay, so I'll go up above. I'm going to do it one more time on the other side in case that was a little confusing or a little fast, because I did mess up that one time. So it looks like this. Then we'll head on over here. So go from the corner, You could place 1, bring it out, place 2, bring it out, place 3, bring it out, place 4. Then go back in, place 3, then 2, and 1. And then we have 2, 3, 3, 4. Then we go back in, we have 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, and 1. Okay, so now let's go ahead and switch to our podzol. We're going to cut out all of the space within that shape. I'll grab a potion of swiftness. So I'm going to cut out all of the grass as well as this little shape that we had here for the plot size for the house. So I'm going to cut out all of this, fill it in with podzol, and then we'll actually start placing all of the snow and the trees and stuff like that. Alright guys, real quick, I just cut out all of the space within the shape, and I'm going to fill this in with podzol, and we'll do the same thing on that side. Okay guys, so I filled that all in with podzol, and one thing that I actually didn't do at the original build, which we could do for this one, is you could grab some coarse dirt and kind of just like delete a bunch of random blocks of the podzol and fill it in with coarse dirt to add more texture to the garden areas. So I'm going to go around and do this. Okay guys, so I went around and filled in some of the spaces with coarse dirt. So there we go. That is basically everything for the shapes for the garden now. So we just have to add some trees, we have to add bushes, the candy canes, and then all of the snow. Then we are done. Alright guys, so I gathered up the rest of the blocks we're going to be using. So I have snow layers, spruce leaves, spruce wood, red concrete, blue concrete, and white concrete. Alright, so first let's just start making the trees. So you could grab some spruce wood. I'll place it right around here. So I'm 3 spaces away from that wall, and I'm at the left side of that window. Then I'm 3 spaces away from this slab. So I'll bring this up maybe to about, let's see, we have here, let me redo that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say we'll leave it at 6 for now. So I'm going to start with my spruce leaves. And basically what I'm going to do is place this randomly. I don't want the tree to be completely symmetrical, but we want to start it off a little bit wider at the bottom and make it thinner as we work our way up. So it still looks pretty natural, but I don't want it to be completely symmetrical because then it's not really going to look natural. And I think it just looks a little bit better with it a little bit like off center and stuff. So as you can see, I'm just working my way up and placing a bunch of random leaves as I go up. They're not in any specific order or any specific way. So let's widen up the bottom just a little bit. Alright, I would say that's looking pretty good. Let's add a little bit more over here. How's that? I think that looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is use my red concrete, and I'm just going to add, these are kind of like little ornaments. So 3 red concrete like that. I'm going to switch to the blue. Maybe we could have one right there. Here, let's have one right there, right down here, and then maybe just one back here. Then we have the white. So I'll have one maybe right there, and right there. Okay, I think that's pretty good, pretty evened out. So that's going to be it for that tree. Let's go ahead and maybe just do, I think it looks good. I think that'll be fine. I think those might look a little bit better. But, no, not really. They kind of do look the same. I think those are a little bit taller. Yeah, they are. But I think that'll be fine. So maybe if you want it a little bit taller, feel free to just add a couple more blocks. I think that might be just one extra block taller. Or two. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on this side. So we're going to be at the right side of this window. 3 spaces away from the wall. We'll bring it up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So now I'm just going to do the same thing with the leaves. Just randomize it. Then we have the little ornaments. And then the overall tree is done. Alright, I think that tree's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to add the ornaments now. So I just normally try to add maybe like 3 of each color, and I think that'll be good. Let's have white right around there. Right back here. And maybe like right there. And then right there. Alright, so that is the second tree. Looking pretty good. So now, let's see, what else do we got? We have to add all of the snow. We have some bushes, so make sure to switch to your spruce leaves. And I'm going to just place them randomly like this. We're just going to have a bush right there. I think that's pretty good. Maybe we could have one right here on this side, and then one on that side. So 3 in total. And then just one more back here. I didn't actually add any flowers to this build. I really didn't think it was good to add those since it is winter and all the flowers would be dead anyways in the winter. So I decided not to add any flowers to this build. Just kind of felt like it made more sense not to. But feel free to add some if you actually want to. I did have some in the flower beds, but that's about it. I didn't have any in the actual garden areas. Alright, let's go ahead and have one bush here and then one more at the back side. Keep in mind, we don't have the chimney to worry about over here, so we could basically have it wherever we want. So I'll just have it right here. Okay, I think that is looking good. So the last thing that we have left to do is we just have to like cover up all of this grass with snow layers. We're going to put some snow layers on the trees and all of the bushes and in the garden areas as well. So I'm gonna grab here, let me just clear my inventory. Let me grab the snow again, grab a potion of swiftness because this is a little bit time consuming. And here, I won't use it yet, but I'm just gonna add a bunch of layers in here first. So we'll take care of this. Don't completely fill this in. Just leave a little bit of empty space so you still can tell that it is a garden. Add some layers on top of the trees. Maybe a little bit underneath the trees, but not too much because there's most likely not going to be too much snow under there. Alright. So that's looking good. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Then let's go to this side. We'll do the same thing. Okay, I think that's about good. So now, for all of the grass around the build, we are just going to completely fill it all in. So in this case, instead of just having the random patches, we actually are going to be completely covering up all of the grass. So if you look at this build, I kind of decided to round it off a little bit, just like around the garden areas, around the pathway. So real quick, let me actually do the pathway. That is going to be little patches as well. And then, just like I said, all of the grass is going to be completely filled up because you don't want to see any grass. Okay, so I think the pathway is good. So yeah, I'm just going to go around, completely fill in all of the grass, make sure to add extra layers as well, and then just try to round it off. So the overall plot size for this build was not necessarily specific. So it looks like I brought the snow out right here, 3 layers, and I stopped it right here. So, depending on how much snow you actually want, the plot sizes may vary with all of you guys. So let's say you want to bring it out to right here. You just have to bring it out an extra block. So, yeah, I'm just going to go all the way around. And I'm going to stay within the plot size. So I'm going to bring this around and try to just wrap it around here. Then wrap it around here and bring it out to here. And then we're going to start bringing it back in. It looks like we brought it out to this edge back here. So it looks like we might have to bring this in a little bit so it's not completely flat at this backside. So yeah, however you want the snow, it's all up to you. And then the plot size, like I said, may vary between you guys. So I'm just going to go all the way around. Let me finish doing this and I'll show you how much snow I'm actually going to add. Okay, so that's looking good. So I'll just go over here. As you can see, I completely filled in all of the grass and I just wrapped it around the building. So you can make it similar to this. Alright, so just all the way around. I didn't have like any backyard area. I just filled in with snow. I decided to just not really add a backyard to this build. So yeah, as you can see, I just wrapped it around a little bit. So I'm going to do the same thing here and then we are done. So I'll see you guys when I have it all filled in. By the way, guys, I kind of forgot to delete the concrete shape. So I'm kind of just like covering all of this up with the snow. And we are going to have to delete some here around this edge. But for all of the shape within, for like the building shape, I'm just like completely covering up. I totally forgot to delete that. But it looks like I'm about halfway. So I did this side so far. It's looking pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe add a little bit more there. So yeah, I'm going to continue going all the way around. So I think that's looking good. Actually, let me add a little bit more, maybe like right there. Oh wait, I could go all the way out to this edge. Right on top of that concrete. There we go. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I have it all done. Okay guys, I went just about all the way around. I'm kind of just like finishing up right now. And I think we are good. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, I basically wrapped around snow just around the edge. And I think it's looking fine. Maybe we could make simple adjustments. There we go. So now let me just finish deleting the rest of all of this concrete that I left here on the edge. I'm going to fill this in with grass. I'm not going to worry about the snow all the way out here. And then that'll be it. So, oh yeah, I decided if you do have a little extra space here, I would feel free to just add maybe a little bit more so it's not completely flat back here. And I think that'll be fine. So let me continue deleting the rest of this concrete. Okay, I went all the way around and I filled in all of the grass. I deleted all that concrete. So this is what it's looking like. Looking pretty good, I think. Maybe a little bit thinner on that side compared to that side. But overall, I don't care. I think it looked good. Alright guys, real quick, I actually almost forgot. I just ended the video, but we have to make the candy canes real quick. So just white concrete and red concrete. And I think that's everything. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. So let's go back over here. And I'm just going to have them maybe like right here. So white, red, and then you could bring it out like that and bring it down so it hooks over. So I'll do another one lined up with that one. So right here. Instead, I'm going to have red and then white. So it's going to be a little bit different than the other side. It's going to be opposite. Alright, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, guys, now that is going to be it for part 2. Okay, guys, so that's going to be it for part 2 on how to build this Christmas style house. And if this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 3. Later.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us?